Good afternoon, everyone. The screencast that I decided to focus on was Nearpod. I like Nearpod because this is an opportunity for you to have a whole group engaged lesson for your students and get prompt feedback on how well they understand the content, as well as have data. So I'm going to do a Nearpod lesson on counting, and I'm going to choose to do it as live participation. You can have two options. You can do it as a live participation where you are going through it with the students. As you move the slides, the students are able to interact with you, or you can do it as student pace where they do it at their own leisure based on the time frame that you allow for them to complete the assignment. So the first thing that has to happen once you launch the lesson, the students are given a code, where they're able to join from join.nearpod.com. They would type in the code on either their cell phone or their technology device, if they have a MacBook or a Chromebook. So that way they can enter the session. They're given an option to type in their full name, or they can type in the class assignment number. I personally have my students type in their student ID number so that way we can keep it anonymous. And then we begin our lesson. So I would, of course, go through what they're going to do today, the warm-up activity they have for let's count and write numbers. So our objective, we would talk about it. In this lesson, you will be able to count from 1 to 20 and write numbers from 1 to 20. Everything that they see on their computer is the same thing that I am presenting whole group if they were inside the class. So this lesson can be done asynchronously or synchronously if they were not necessarily with you that day. So let's talk about it. With their partner, they're going to talk with their partner about counting. They would be given an opportunity to turn and talk about taking turns counting from the number of 1 to 20, and can you and your partner count backwards? So this is an opportunity for you to give them that turn and talk time, and then they will be able to do it with their partner. I like Nearpod because it does give them an option to have some type of memory test. They get to do different activities where they get to test their skills. They get to write. They're able to use the manipulatives on the screen to count. So this one is a memory test. So they have to find the number that matches the number that they see. So until they match all the numbers, they would not be able to go to the next slide. It gives them an opportunity to also reflect and think about their learning. So this is an opportunity for you to see whether or not they've, kind of grasped the things that you were going through for that lesson. And it says on the next slide, they're going to do a count and match. They will count the number of items and draw a line from the picture to the matching number. So on their screen, they will be able to match the number that represents what they see. So I'm going to do it from my side on my phone. And then I'm going to show what it looks like when the student submits their answer. So the one student I had submitted their answer. And then you're able to see, okay, yes, Monica got it. No, Monica did not. So I can provide feedback, or I could share it with the entire class to say, yes, this is really good. So then they would get another opportunity to do a similar question where they would have to draw a line and match the number. And then they would move on to pretty much, we've done the I do, we do, and you do on the slide. So it says on the next slide, you will need to count the items and write the number of total items in your answer box. So this is an opportunity for them to write their responses. You can check from a teacher view of what that student does. They ask them to look carefully at the photo, count the things in the picture, and write the matching number in the answer box. So they would count the items. and they would write their number. They would submit it for you. And from the teacher point of view, you can check for every student response and share it out again if you would like to say, yes, the student did a exemplary job, or you can give that student feedback. They would continue to go through the different examples. They would write their responses. They would give you feedback. And now this is their opportunity to create an exemplar. So it says write the number 8, then draw a picture to match it. So they would write the number 8, and then they would have to draw a picture that matches what they're trying to represent. This is an opportunity, again, to keep your students engaged, and you can check for their understanding. Monica completed her assignment. She wrote the number 8. She drew me 8 circles. I can give her feedback. This is an opportunity, again, for you to check for their engagement while you're getting them to understand the concept of counting the numbers 1 through 20. They would write their response, and then you're able to see their participation. And then that will be it. This is a great learning tool for your students. I compare it to Pear Deck. Nearpod is a great opportunity for you to keep your students engaged, just very similar to Pear Deck, which is another great resource that I think you can utilize in your classrooms.